I have had something on my mind for a couple of days now that today kind of manifested more relevantly. Sorry if you can hear my dog click-clacking in the background. He has a nail trim appointment coming up shortly. So, I want to talk today about all or nothing thinking while I'm doodling here on my tablet. So, I know a lot of people suffer from all or nothing thinking, and it's quite a crippling thing, in all honesty, because I have also suffered from it a lot. And in that suffering, I have sort of learned a way to cope with it a little bit better. And I hope that my way of coping may bring some peace to you in your journey. So what I mean by all or nothing thinking is when, let's say, you look at a pile of dishes and think, oh, there's too many, I just can't do that. Or you need to get pretty much anything done, and it seems like a daunting task. So, when those things happen, you're generally engaging in all or nothing thinking. This can be very limiting, especially for people who are trying to start getting things done or being the person that they want to be. It's a difficult mindset to get yourself out of. So, let me give some background here. In January, it is now the end of August. In January, I set a New Year's resolution, as many people do, to get out of the habit of all or nothing thinking. Because I was able to recognize in myself that it was limiting the abilities that I was allowing myself to have, or not allowing myself to have, either way. And I did not really embark fully on embracing that journey until about a month ago. And a month ago, well, that's because beginning of the year, I actually ended up in a very deep mental health episode. I'm not going to go into detail about that in this video, but it sucked. And all you really need to know is it was very hindering to my functioning. And I just kind of forgot about my dreams and goals for a long time, for way too many months. And fell back quickly into the all or nothing thinking, as if I had never made that resolution or goal to fix that in the first place. So I recognized a little over a month ago that, hey, I made this resolution, I made this promise to myself that I would at least make an attempt to resolve this issue in order to better myself, and I haven't been showing up for myself. I haven't been putting myself and my past self as a priority. And that was a tough realization to come to, because I felt like a failure. Now, on this channel, I don't believe in failing or succeeding, and I will go over that in another video. But for the purpose of this one, I was failing myself, and I recognized that finally. I finally recognized, hey, I need to do something about this. So, let me collect my thoughts. So today, I wanted to talk about this today because I have a glimmering example set before me of how much all or nothing thinking can really start to affect you. So today, I was at work. I work in a factory. I've mentioned it before. I stubbed the crap out of my toe. And so I just got home and I wanted to talk about this while it was fresh. Even though I'm pretty stressed out from work and have a bit of a potato brain, I'm just going to try to express myself here. Thoughts. I stubbed my toe at work, and I have a pretty regular schedule that I try to stick to when I get home. I do the dishes or any other chores that need to get done quickly every day. And then I do my workout as kind of a reward because I find workout to be a rewarding thing. I know that's not the same for everyone, but I hope that everyone can get to that point where exercise is a reward. We'll go over that in another video. I have a lot of video plans. So basically, I'm not able to do today all of the things that I was supposed to do today because I have to elevate my stupid foot. I have it up on the table here. It's actually helping me prop up my tablet. Good with the bad. So I found myself sitting here when I got home thinking, gosh, I can't do all the stuff I wanted to get done. You know, I'm not going to be able to get anything done. I'm going to feel like a failure. I'm going to be beating myself up. And it's just going to be the worst night. And tomorrow I'm going to feel terrible because, you know, I didn't do all the stuff I wanted to do. And my self-care was neglected. And the shame spiral started. I'll go over that in another video. But then I realized I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to just sit on the couch and turn the TV on and brain rot the whole night. I can still engage in things that I enjoy. And I've decided I enjoy talking to you guys. I've decided I enjoy drawing. You know, on my little tablet here. I like reading. I can do a lot of things sitting down, and maybe it doesn't look like everything I want it to do, but it's still something. So what I would like to tell you, now this is my perspective, this is my experience, I'm not an expert in anything, I will say that all the time, not an expert. What worked for me to break through the all or nothing thinking, which obviously still affects me, but I'm working on it. What worked for me is to do one thing every day, just one thing. And you have to break up the big things into those tiny one things. So if you're looking at a pile of dishes, do one dish. That's it. Tiny little goal. Tiny goal. You can do one dish. That's not failing. It's not succeeding at doing all the dishes, but it is still an achievement. And you can still praise yourself for it. Instead of looking at the whole mountain and saying, oh, I didn't get that done, I'm terrible, you can look at the tiny rock that you stepped over and say, wow, I made it over that rock. For the last 5 days, I haven't been able to make it over that rock. But today, I made it over that rock. And you have to learn to celebrate your small successes. I'll also explain that in another video because I have a lot to say about celebrating your success. So, all or nothing thinking is thinking I have to do all of it or none of it counts. If I don't do all of it, I can't do any of it. There's no point. There's no point. And it comes from a failure success mindset. And if you find yourself in this thought process, limiting yourself in this way, I want you to know that doing the bare minimum is okay. If you can't give it 100%, give 10%. I plan on expanding on 100%, 10% in another video. This is mostly just a video of all the other videos I want to do, but You know what? Everything ties in together. It's all part of your journey. It's all part of your journey. And if you don't stop to recognize the small steps you took, then you will continue to beat yourself up. And when you take a big step, all you're going to see is that there was a bigger step that you could have taken. Thank you for joining me. I hope my rambling made any kind of sense. Hopefully it spoke your language. Enjoy your journey.